Hello, welcome to Sunday evening coffee. Thanks for coming along, especially at a different time for a change. It's always a mission to make sure people find out because I do fear people coming and sitting about at the wrong time. So hopefully I've gathered enough of you. I'm very frazzled, as you can see. I have been in Newark all day at Partizan on my 6-foot stand. So I've got lots to talk about with that and how that has worked. I'm also very tired, as a heads up, as I quite often can't remember what I'm talking about whilst I'm talking about it. That's already happened chatting to Andy since I've been back, so it's not a good omen. I'm already on, did I tell you this? Did I tell you that? I can't remember. But spoiler, has been a very good day. I've got notes. Ratty says he's here for the mug reveal. We've got Rich Coulson as well. Hello, hello everyone who's coming on. It's humbling. Move that. There we are. Yes. So mug reveal. It's a goblet. They have a goblet this evening. I do like this goblet. It does, although it's not wooden, it's very much the Last Crusade sort of mug style, so I've chose wisely. There may be rum in there may not, but who knows? Who can tell? Not me. So, where do I begin? Oh, we got Ralph! Oh, hello. Ralph's home already? What? So I've got on my rota here. I've got talk of how today at Partizan. My first Partizan in about 5 years. There are no eggs, not even Turkey Man eggs. How the week preparing for the show has been. What sculpts have gone to the casters? Does Turkey Man lay eggs? Well, this was established in Ghent. Mangling Minis was a witness during a game of Morkborg where I was playing as Turkey Man. It did turn out that he does lay eggs, and one of the eggs that I, as Turkey Man, laid did hatch into Mangling Minis. So he reproduces asexually. We know that because I don't think that he'd. Anyways, Turkey Man does lay eggs. There was a lot of Turkey Man discussion today, which I'll also obviously get into. Ralph's a big fan. I had Sean say, "Did you know Turkey Man is my nemesis?" So obviously he got a Turkey Man sticker. So I'm going to have another sip of this not rum. It's not rum at all. And it won't help with my lack of brain. Yay, Stephen Holden. Thanks for the mushrooms. Yes, guys. I've got cool stuff to show. Oh, there's 27 people. It always shocks me that you come along. I do need to get like an actual setup, but there's some neat stuff back there. So I've got Jamie. He says, I can't see how someone who reproduces asexually can have such a magnetic sexual aura. Exactly. It kind of doesn't work with the evolution of the Turkey Man, does it? Andy says Turkey Man is up against the bunny to become the new Easter creature. Well, definitely Thanksgiving is around the corner, and I feel like anyone who doesn't have a Turkey Man yet, when is Thanksgiving? I don't know, I'm not American. But I think that there should be some sort of big Turkey Man promo going on then. So keep tuned if you've still not been Turkey Man. There are a few people I was trying to force Turkey Man on today, and they were resistant. But when they see that there's a deal on, I'm sure they'll. Because I did say to a few people, "Are you going to jump onto the trend? Everyone's talking about it." So I did sell quite a few Turkey Men. So we are Bad Squiddo Games. We specialise in believable female miniatures. Enough of this Turkey Man nonsense. So today we were at Partizan. So by we, it was me. It was a very small stand. So Partizan's one of my favourite shows. Yes, Samuel's proud member of the. Oh, I need to get Turkey Man Owners Club stickers now as well. So I hadn't been to Partizan for about 5 years pre the event. The comments are excellent. But I have been around, so a lot of people hadn't noticed that I wasn't there because Great Escape Games stock my things and they take them around the shows, which is very nice of them, which helped because I stopped doing shows as they started taking 4 racks. They've got a big multi-rack thingy that they take along. So they're my show reps, which is very nice. But it's not the same as having Bad Squiddo there. So what I've been doing the last few years is kind of just rocking up to Partizan either as a punter or to sort of work for Great Escape Games for free, because obviously they buy the stock off me. So the more of the stock they sell, the more they'll then buy off me. So I thought I'll come along, I'll help out. So you may have seen me at some Partisans the last few years, but I've been, and a few people did think that that was my like little stand or something. It wasn't. It's all theirs. I was just there being a free labour because that's what I do. But they're very good to me, and I'm good to them. So it's nice. So I was back properly. I've been trying to get back in. It's very difficult. All the big shows, very difficult to get into. And even me going, don't you know who I am and such. Rich says my lumberjanes will protect me. You've got a Turkey Man, I think. So yeah, my first time back. I've been on the list of doom, and last minute, last week was it? I've managed to get a spot, but 6-foot spot. I think I mentioned this on the last week's show. So I decided to do. It's been an odd week because there's been a bit of no, you haven't got much space. You've got loads of space, but maybe not much space. So by last weekend, I went, right, I have to make a decision because this is going to drive me insane. So I'm going for 6 foot, no matter what happens. If they say everyone has dropped out and you've got the entire hall to yourself, still taking 6 foot because that's the plan. We're going in a car. Going in a car. So I haven't done the show in a car for some time because if you've seen my stand at especially somewhere like Expo or Salute, it's a very big stand. It's usually about 18 feet rammed with stuff. So on 6 foot, as I posted, whatever I took would be wrong. So if I just took World War II, there'd be people looking for fantasy, vice versa. And because Great Escape got all the stuff as well, I'm just going to take cabinets. Also, I've just realised this show is just me rambling along to myself. But thank you for appreciating it. You could give it a like and a subscribe. So yeah, I thought, you know what, I've been going to sort of hang out there in the last sort of few years. So, well, even if it's like a designated hangout spot, it'd be kind of nice, and I can show and tell. And I've kind of wanted to try this. But I never want to feel like I'm losing out by just doing that. So it worked out quite nicely because I didn't really have any other choice. So instead of, again, you've seen the show pictures, there's kind of like 18 fits, all racks. I just took, it didn't even take the table because it was provided. I had my 4 cabinets, which I have on the risers, cubes, with my little dioramas that I made before Salute this year. Which, if you remember, I decided a week before Salute I was going to build all these dioramas. There's like 30 or something. Brought them along. My new magnetized system that I'd been working on as well, which I'm very pleased that I did because it was ready. Because I wasn't going to do it till probably the night before that attack or something. So I'm very glad. That's all good. Oh, Rich's wards have held. That reminds me of something, actually. I must remember. Now my brain's just gone to Turkey Man. Partizan shows. So I had just the cabinets. So originally it was going to be just the cabinets. And then I managed to persuade the sculptors, the casters, to send me. We've got a whole bunch of releases lined up. And I'm so bad at scheduling releases because I've got them. So I'm like, can I just give them? Give them to the. No, you need to have regular releases. Okay. but I've managed to get them sent. So thank you. I've been using the word legend quite a bit, but the casters have been absolute legends. Oh, Pagum says too soon for a turkey man bust. I don't think it is. I've had all sorts of. We've had turkey woman, turkey children, more turkey men, but I feel like that might detract from the original. But a bust would be really nice to paint because you'd have all of the flesh. I spoke to my bust guy in a while. I kind of want to try sculpt Turkey Man bust, not for retail because it would be awful, but I am inspired by him. So, see, everything goes back to Turkey Man. I'm like going, but the business Annie, the Turkey Man. Andy is correct. So Turkey Man is a spin-off series, Fear the Turkey Man. Yes, he does. With a series of top actors that don't survive the entire show. So where are we? Oh, the folds. I'm gonna just drink this now. I'm just gonna sit and drink this. I've created this monster. Everything in the monster. So just the cabinets, and then I managed to get, because the casters are legends. I'm not a fan of the term because it's usually like John who can down 6 pints into his eyeballs is a legend, but the casters are actually legends without having to do that. So they turned around all of my new releases and got those out to me. So actually, it was going to be even harder for me because I've got them now. I'm like, but they're not out yet. But I have them, so I could sell them. So at least the people at Partizan got a chance today. So we have quite a lot of new things. I was hoping I'd have the painted things from Paul Berlin Tuesday, but my silly business centre has held them, so I don't get them till Monday. But I managed to sell quite a lot without them, so that means they may become a new. I've got to stop spinning. They may become a new bestseller. I saw Mr. Peachy today, and I remembered when I was on his show, and they kept telling me off spinning because I was spinning away from the microphone. But how can we not? Also, where I have to sit is kind of spin well. Because Bad Squiddo Games makes realistic female minis and Turkey Man. I did say that quite a lot today. It's like, welcome, because part of having a just show and tell is that it literally is show and tell. So I've been talking a lot more about what we actually do. Whereas the stand that I normally take, I feel it kind of does its thing. So it was really, I'll stop reading these comments as I'm talking. It was really nice. It felt a bit like the olden days. So this week prepping for it, I've been like cutting out the stickers, and so it's just a few bits and bobs. So I've gone from, okay, I won't sell anything, I'll just point them to Great Skit Games, to I'll just have the new things. So I had quite a few new releases, and they've all gone really well. I think the winner was a toss-up between the Saloon Raiders and the not Old Man Shroom, but the Shroomy Lads, which I will show you. Painted by Paul, are amazing. I'm going to show you now before I forget. I will read Jamie's comment out as well. Turkey Man needs an art house film like the Dylan biopic with a series of different actors playing him, all wearing the same really bad bald cap and prosthetic butt cheeks. Yes. If anyone wants to make a fan art film of Turkey Man, please go ahead. Where will I have these pictures? Can I show? I'm going to show you these. I'm not supposed to show you them yet, so don't tell anyone. It's our little secret. Look at these. Pulp. That's it. That's what you're getting for that. I'm not even telling you anymore. Pulp. I will also show you. I think this is my complaint every time I do the stream. My phone saves things into a million different apps now. I think. Downloads it could be in. Downloads. Also, I had fun with mangling miniatures with this. This is my new phone background. You can't really see much of it. But it's a list of apparently 1800s names for mythological creatures. And it's got your normals in there. It's got your hellhounds, doppelgangers, nymphs, satyrs, but it's also got men in the oak, melchdicks, rawheads, meg with the wads, tom pokers, bull beggars, nickies, knacks, miffies, nixies, leprechauns, kobolds, yeah, got them. Frommy caps, I quite like, but that's not what we're here for. But there they are, the shrooms. So these will be out at some point soonish. That's the problem. I've got them all now, and I kind of just want to release them. But I have just released all of the definitely not damsels, and then too many releases at once. So these are Paul's pictures. So this I reckon was the winner of the day. Again, you won't see them very well because it's green, but come on, go on, show them. Ooh, with its auto thingy. The angry shrooms. I've been wondering what to call them. They could be shroom lads, I think, because they're the shroom lads because this guy I've now decided is called Old Man Shroom. So I teased him, but I haven't really shown him off yet. I'll obviously be posting so you can see a better picture. Oh, you can see all the reflections. But today, because of that, I've been singing Old Man Shrooming, and it's stuck in my head. And then Paul has my Shroom lads and Shroom dad. Old Man Shroom, like Old Man Shroom. Also, hello to him. Woo. Paul made this. Paul made this little scene. He's got a bunch. He hasn't got a bunch of stuff. He has one thing at the moment, and a little diorama that he's working on, but he doesn't know it yet. I've got some more stuff to sell him. Sell him. The fun guys. I see. That's what I kind of. But I've been calling just the shroom lads and Old Man Shroom. I think because you can see them a bit better because they're not on a white background here. And I know it seems biased, right? But before yesterday evening, I had to assemble the bunnycopter, the bunnycopter and the shrooms, just to put on a base, just to show off today. And I had to borrow because I keep losing tools everywhere. I'm always having to scavenge things off Andy, so I had to borrow Andy's knife to clean them up. And then I went, there's barely anything to clean up. The bunny got no cleanup. I can't even find anything to remove on this. It's perfect. But then I did cut a bit too much off the propeller because it's two pieces. So I had to sort of shave the propeller down into a little spike. But it worked. I don't have it here. It's at the office. I may have taken a photo though. See my photos. The bunny copter, there it is. Oh, I took a photo last night. It's part of the War Pigs, and I'm excited to be starting to tell you a bit more about that. Again, there's a sort of crappy picture from last night. Look how angry he is. It's like he's rolling his sleeves up, but it's not. It's just his loose rabbit skin. That is a good point. Maybe some releases time for Black. But then, actually, I thought about this last year, but if you release anything around Black Friday, then it kind of gets lost in all the sales stuff. Mr. Pagum, you are American. When is Black Friday, and also when is Thanksgiving? Because I don't know. Because I do need to do the Turkey Man deal around then. What other pictures have I got? Like, so this is MK2 because Ross did the first one, but I always wanted it to have a little bit more weight. So the first one is a collector's item now. So there's that one. Okay. See some shrooms in the background. So I showed you the shrooms. We also had the goodest girl in the galaxy, obviously. And last minute, can't quite see it. It's got my reflection in it. I put Paul's mine together. I'll post them up, don't worry. And I put all the Definitely Not Damsels, the new releases there. The new Wild West ladies there, and then I put the little lights inside the mine with the possessed, and I was chuffed with that because I managed to get it all in. I only dropped and screamed at one thing, so that was nice. What have we got? We've got so many new releases and they're so nice. Check them out. Oh, and on the reel. There we go. Again, can't really see, but I don't know what to call them because they're on a glacier with katanas. So I'll just do that on a glacier with katanas pack free. But they're so lovely. It was nice to have a bunch of Paul stuff. There's one little picture of one of the cabinets. Like, look at that. So beautiful. I even trusted people by having minis out in the raw on top of the cabinets because I ran out of space and nothing got stolen. Yes. So that's a bonus. Thank you for not stealing. The goodest girl in the galaxy was there. Look at her. Oh, so brave. So brave. So it's been really exciting. Hopefully my excitement has shone through. What else have we got? All sorts of stuff on here. All sorts. So I'm gonna have another sip since I have been monologuing, and then I'll tell you more about how the heck you do a trade show in a car. Pajamas is in States. Thanksgiving is the 4th Thursday of November. That's ages away. Black Friday is straight after. So I've got a little while yet. Now, I think I'd rather get things released at a different time, but there's definitely going to be some sort of Turkey Man bonanza. Maybe even if everyone who orders on Thanksgiving gets a free Turkey Man sticker. If you spend over £100, you get a free Turkey Man. Something like that. Anyway, it is a good goblet, though, isn't it? It is a good goblet. And I am in work tomorrow. It's going to be a long week. I've also Sean got a Turkey Man sticker and did say, Turkey Man's my nemesis, and I love that Turkey Man has multiple nemesis. Got my little notes on this little scrap here. I will be going to Bletchley Park next week. I'm very excited. I told lots of people today, and they all went. They either went, that sounds amazing, or they said, I went and it's so good. So there's a lot of hype, so it better not be disappointing. I found out there was a pigeon show in Newark Showground, but in a different hall. But it was that busy that I never got to leave. So that was good. But I also kind of wanted to see the pigeons. So yeah, so there's that. I discovered waiting messages there. I discovered there's a resistance museum in Amsterdam, and then I decided I wanted to go to Amsterdam because I had to see the resistance museum. So Bletchley Park was like a nice, and you need to do Bletchley Park, and it's not quite as far away as Amsterdam. Although with the British rail system, it costs nearly as much. Pigeon Man confirmed. Chicken Man, Pigeon Man, Turkey Man, Peacock Man. Get on to Phil with that. So I am, hello old librarian. I am looking forward to my Bletchley Park next week. So that's my little treat. So excited. As I was talking to a few people today, so I like my little treats because I like a little trip, a little bit of research, some learning, and it's very inspiring to then go on to do the next lot. And because I'm then going to be starting on the Resistance, and with War Pigs in the two sort of together, should get me nicely in the mood for some World War II. So, I got shrooms. Actually, let's cross that off. Packaging. So in the week, I've been taking pre-orders from some of the shops for the new Definitely Not Damsels stuff, but I don't like giving it to shops before I've got the lovely picture packaging. So that's always a motivation, but also means I have to shout at painters and go, I need the painted things so I can do the packaging and then I can sell them. So I got, last week, I think, I got all the painted stuff. I got around to photographing it this week, which is one of my least favourite tasks. I love taking photographs of minis in situ, but photographing them on white to go on packaging, because it's got to be so precise, it's like but I went in Saturday, so I must have talked about it last week. I went in Saturday to do it, and then some point in the week, it happened where I did all the editing, cutting them out, putting them onto the, sorting all the graphic design and such, which meant that I managed to get them there in time on Friday. so that Great Escape Games, my stockists, could have all of the new releases. And I could have had them myself, but I'm nice and support my retailers. So they got all of the new stuff. Shani is the biggest hit so far because she's so cool. So they had all those on the stands. They had the new pumpkins, the new books with the Turkeynomicorn. So that was really cool, but that was a lot this week to make sure that happened. And then a whole bunch of retailers getting their stuff shipped now next week. I need to get Mum in to do some blister packing now. I've put million orders in with the casters, which is a bit scary because there's a whole load of metal and a whole load of resin. So please buy some things and then I can buy the next things. Yeah, it's all really good. And I saw quite a lot of people today that I hadn't seen in a while, and they're all doing like, "How's it going?" I'm like, you know what, it's going awesome. Especially in Britain, it's always that like, it's not horrific, it's okay. It's like, you know what, it's actually cool. So I did, even with like the week before, when I was being all grumpy, it's still generally really good. So I cannot complain. It's illegal to complain. So what have I got? Packaging, woo, take that. Greens to casters. So I did a bunch of photos with the community minis. They are now with the cow. They're now with the casters, and they're going to figure out what on earth to do with Anne Bonny's gun that's like right there. So we may take the hand off, but what I love about my casters is just give it to them. I don't have to worry about it. Something will happen and it will be fine and it will be a beautiful model. So it's fine. It may work. They have performed such miracles. I messaged them early this week with some demands, and the response I got was, "Do you think I'm a magician?" And I said, "Well, yeah." And then they did it. So they can't complain about me making mad demands when they do then fill those demands. That's what I keep saying. Pajamas, says, any plans for new egg terrain for future Turkey Man scenarios? I feel we do need to do some stuff around Turkey Man lore, don't we? It was nice having him in his lab today on his display thing. He's in the lab with Mrs. Frankenstein, and a whole bunch of creations, because there was only one. I think that the Turkey Man lore, there was only one Turkey Man made, and after that it became illegal to ever try and make something like that again. But then maybe there was a whole underground movement to create Turkey Man. Not sure. I kind of want to do some Turkey Man fan art of my own as well, which leads me on to a drink. So again, monologue. Look, I've only had that much. Look, here we go. This is the ramblings of a tired lady, which is why I did the show this evening, because I knew if it was tomorrow, I'd go, I'll get one of my things. As well, I've got the buzz, the show buzz. This is it. The Bride of Frankenstein. I have the Bride of Frankenstein, but I also have Mrs. Frankenstein, as in not Mrs. Frankenstein's monster, because it's Dr. Frankenstein could be a lady, and is in my minis. I love all of this different Turkey Man lore. If only the Morkborg game was recorded, and there was some brilliant, although I say so myself, some brilliant Turkey monologues about who he really is, Turkborg. So that was also a good join in. So yesterday when I was tidying, looking for stuff in the show, I found my copy of Forbidden Psalm, and I got given it by the writer at Expo. And you get given a lot of stuff at those sort of big shows, or people going, "Here, have my thing." And it's like, "Oh yes, this is great. Now we'll look at this." They kind of just go into a stack. But that was one where I went, "Oh, I actually really, really like the look of this. It's got ghouls in it, and I loved it and it looked great." And I just couldn't find it after Expo, and I couldn't remember the name of it either. And then I just stumbled across it yesterday. And I wanted to post more of it onto my Instagram. Give myself leg cramp. I wanted to post more of it onto my Instagram stories, and I thought, it's not a lot bad Squiddo suitable. There's quite a lot of 18+ content. So it was the final kick up the arse to go, right, I'm going to make my own Instagram account where I can post, because I do like a lot of gore and horror, and I'm aware I've been posting a little bit too much on Bad Squiddo lately, even though we've got the ghouls. You know, we've got like we're women that are clothed, but also ghouls eating babies. Like, if I could filter the baby into a different account, then I can still post a bit freely. And that was why I had the second Twitter account, which was way smaller, but it's in part of my, like, I'm trying to become a person, because I have just very much been Bad Squiddo Games for most of my adult life. And yeah, you represent the company, but I kind of want to be able to post about things that aren't representative of Bad Squiddo. And Twitter was quite good for that, but Twitter's just been getting terrible. And hanging out with more people on Instagram. So I kind of thought, yeah, let's do an Annie Instagram. I won't do a big shout out from Bad Squiddo. I'll follow a bunch of people that can then see me and go, oh, that's Annie. And I can post some of my art, because I wanted to post a bunch of the stuff that I made in Ghent, but I didn't want to look like that was, because obviously I'm not a sculptor, so I didn't want my amateur sculpting and people to go, ooh, that's the quality of Bad Squiddo. So yeah, and I can indulge my horror love and my gore love over there. So I made an account last night, and I finally got to post the horrible video that I made on TikTok of the horrible slurping creatures that we made on the Eurostar. I followed a bunch of people, went, yep, this is me, here's the little thing I've sculpted. And then by morning, my account had been removed. I appealed this morning before I even got up, about 5 o'clock. I was like, I'm appealing this. And I think it was an automatic security thing, because it's not a huge account that I've got Bad Squiddo, but it's big in the scheme of things, maybe. And when I looked it up, so it just kind of goes, oh, you've now created a new account and you followed a bunch of people that Bad Squiddo follows, and it's triggered some sort of thing. And I was saying today that there are 2 things that were good that came out of Little Britain, which is a terrible show of terrible people. Not even in a good way. But the stupid phrase "computer says no" is just, it's prophetic of today, because it keeps happening. The company's going, well, the computer has said no, but we see no issue. And I go, well, can you fix it? We cannot, because we can't override the computer. I'm like, this is Terminator. The other good thing from Little Britain was the Pirate Memory Game sketch, which is exactly trade shows. But other than that, it can all go in the bin. So yeah, so hopefully I've had to send so much information to them this morning, and they'll get back to me when they feel like it. But I'm sure it'll be back. So I'm glad it wasn't like an active account. I'd only just put one thing up. But yeah, it's like, oh, my second account, my freedom. And I will let people know. I'll mention it on here when I finally got it running, because you know me. I just don't want people to go, oh, I know her, that's Squiddo. I wonder what historical. And then it's just all these horrible drawings and stuff. So if you know what you're in for, it's fine. So I did break Instagram, and then this morning I charged both of my card readers because I don't trust them. And one of them just did computer says no on me. So it said, you've had a security error. I'm security erroring everything. And I looked up that error, which brought up loads of forums, and apparently they just it's some sort of sensor in there, and if it gets knocked ever so slightly, it stops working. And the customer service for Zettel is appalling. So I just had to go, cool, there's over 150 quid gone, cool. But luckily I've charged another because I have that much faith in the company. So I may look into other brands, because so the Zettel's the card reader, and I like the fancy ones where you don't need to use your phone because you've just got an all-in-one. So when I have people working for me, they don't have to link their phone or anything. If you've been served from me, it's just like, whoop. And obviously I have people paying with their watches and eyeballs and stuff today, which still I think is wild. But one of them, if you remember, one of them broke during, I think the lockdown had passed. I'd used it like once or twice, and then it just wouldn't turn on. And I went for a whole thing with Zettel support where they were like, it's out of warranty. I'm like, but I've only used it once. It's out of warranty. So I thought, wow, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that with business, although I don't because I'm ethical. But it's just like, here's the thing that's I think it's like 150 quid plus VAT or something. And they're like, oh well, like, but it doesn't work. So this not working, I don't know if I'm even going to bother trying because it will enrage me. I'm like, man, if I have to just buy a new Zettel. So I'm open to suggestion on other card readers. Luckily, when they work though, they're so good. They're so good. I'm sure there's some planned obsolescence built in. But even that couldn't get me down because it's all been ace. Got Forbidden Psalm. So yeah, I was chatting to the Forbidden Psalm guy last night as well, which was cool. So that's sort of intrigue. I was chatting to one of my heroes today who said that I should be very proud of what I've achieved. So that's me for the next week or so going. World War II movements. I've put yes, going to be up on the resistance stuff soon. Shackleton's Brood, yes, it's like washing machine. 1 day past warranty magically breaks. Yeah, I'm sure Zells are just made to break. But they're so handy. So what else have I got? Not much more. What's happening next week apart from Bletchley Park? Getting new releases out to retailers. I don't have a plan. I normally do a plan Sunday night, but I've had a show, so I'll do a plan tomorrow. Could be a research week. I could be started. I've got to sort some stuff with Gunny Pets because my playtest weekend looms, and I want to do a bit more. That's the point. I need to figure out a game next week. So that. I've had some Mega Tidies. Oh no, that was last Saturday, the Mega Tidy. Anything else before I go? It's been 35 minutes. I think I've been talking at super speed today because I thought I had loads to go through. I've been doing an hour lately, but I could go. I am pleased that the car. So my mate's car isn't huge, and I managed to fit the whole stand in there, which makes me really happy. Because at some point I'd like to be able to just drive myself around because I don't like asking or relying on people. So that's quite nice to know. I know that it does work, and I made enough, to sort of make it worthwhile. And it was never going to be a mega money maker because I didn't have any product. I'm interested because I gave out a free shipping code, so I'm intrigued as to how many people use that. I need to check in with Grayscape Games and see if they sold extra. I spoke to another show saying like, I kind of like that I could just do a show and tell, because that's not as much stuff to take. I'm very chuffed with the new really useful box storage thingy for having all of my wagon size minis. I totally forgot to bring community minis today because I was repairing part of the disc, but it was still fine. I got some really good recommendations of people to look up. We had lots of really nice chats, largely about history today, which is one of my favourites. So, one of my favourites. And it was the clickbait title, did they like my stand? It was a success. No one was annoyed at me that I didn't have things, which I was kind of worried about. There are people I said, I know it's a bit awkward because I'm like, you could go over to Grayscape Games, you could go to the website. But so no one was bad, which was really nice. Honey has one or two strange people with weirdo comments. But that's standard for a small show. You get less weird comments at the bigger shows because there's not enough time for people to fully chat to you. I did not have any 1/35th scale. I did have quite a lot of suggestions, which range from things where I go, that's a good idea, to no, I will not. Jess says, were there any good tables or did you not get about? I went to the toilet various times and I saw lots of cool stuff on the way. There were some very good tables. I did get 2 cookies from the Midgard table, which is how I rate how they look. But there were lots of really lovely looking things. I didn't buy anything. I normally buy from either Last Valley or Dave Lanchester, and I went through them both, and I think I've completed it. I've completed both the stands. I've got everything, which is shocking. No, I didn't. I didn't purchase a single thing. Scandal, scandal. Right, I'm probably going to go, so I don't just ramble. As always, I quite happily just chat away. So I'm going to release some. What date is it? Because the end of the month is good for releases. So let's have a look where we're at. My phone is almost impossible to use because I've got that as the back. Can't see. I've got all that text as the background. Yeah, Midgard was a lovely big table and it was really busy. There's a lovely backdrop that was painted. I think James has been working on, which is really nice. What am I looking at? Calendar. I've got a report from one of my trader friends waiting in chat to see how their experience went, and they did really well. Where am I at now? What month is it? October 13th. And Black Friday and stuff is a bit later on. Shake Austin's tried to film the Midgard table, knocked a goblet and ran away. Amazing. I just went and got cookies from them. Oh, I hear you have cookies. So 2 weeks, I reckon. 27th, I might release a whole bunch of stuff because it's payday. It's just for Halloween. Maybe I'll do a Halloweeny deal around. Might do a Halloween deal around those sort of last, some horror, might be some horror bundles and some new releases. So that's a good time. So not next week, but still buy stuff in the meantime, please. Yeah. And then all that's like ages away. And then it's Christmas and then death. It's the year's gone fast. A couple more from this. Tom Tumblers. Bar Guests. Death Hurters. There's a lot covered by the symbols. Ooh. Oh yeah. Kidnappers, that's the thing. Cutties. Fashion, just fashion as is. Portunes. Wiricos. Mannequins. Puckles. Hobbrushes. Snapdragons. Giants. Or Meg with the Wads. Dicker Tuesdays is definitely the best. Melch Dicks. There's a lot of dicks in there. Jemmy Berties. It's kind of a bit like old sweets or something. So yeah, there'll be some new releases around the end of the month, but you should still actually, if you're watching this, because there's not many people watch this, a bit wild, there's a secret code. Actually, no, I can't tell you the secret code because it only applies to the UK. And if people use it, I haven't actually set it to outside of the UK, so I can't actually tell you because then people will misuse it. But if you're in the UK, message me and I'll give you the secret code that lasts till Wednesday. Or email me, maybe. I might have a secret code. Please, my thing. Right, I am going to get out of here and I'm going to sit and watch some crap on the telly because it's Sunday evening. Thank you everyone who's come along. Thanks for everyone who's put with my rambles because I know I'm very tired. It's been a long all week, but I got loads done. Really happy with how Squiddo is doing. Really happy to see loads of really cool people, and also Ralph and Sean. No, so loads of you today, which was excellent. I'll probably be a code breaker by next week. So no, it's just really lovely to catch up with people. I'm always looking for compliments, so being by all of the cabinets and going, "Ooh, are my things good?" Tell me that they're good. So I've got lots of lovely compliments. Caught up with loads of people. I'm just feeling really positive about it all. I am really proud of everything that I've kind of come along with. Nearly 10 years now. Got over 600 packs, and I'm still going, and that's really good. And it all looks really nice. So I'm just really, really pleased with it all. But I wouldn't be there without you lot. And you've all been wicked, and it's all just really nice. And that Squiddo's really cool, isn't it? So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And it was lovely to see you. And even if I didn't see you, I saw you online, saw you here, saw your name and your little image there. So there we are. Right, I'm going to go. So thank you. Got to awkwardly find my end button again. And next Sunday, I will be streaming, and I will tell you all about Bletchley Park and all the other bits I've got up to. So see you next week. Bye. Be good. Be good. You as well. See you. Bye.